In Star Wars, people get their shit chopped off, like, all the time. Like, Luke got his hand chopped off, and then, like, Anakin got his, like, whole arm cut off, and I think other people got their shit cut off, too, at some point. So today, we're going to try to uncover the mystery of why the bounty hunter Jango Fett from Star Wars Episode 2, The Clone Wars, didn't just get himself a new prosthetic head when Samuel L. Jackson cut his head off. I mean, it begs the question. Now, you might be thinking to yourself, well, obviously Jango Fett couldn't have gotten a prosthetic head because they cost too much credits. Well, that would not be a problem for Jango Fett because he had just become stinking rich by selling his body and himself or whatever to those guys to make the clones for that movie. So he should have shitloads of money. Definitely enough to purchase a top of the line prosthetic head. And also, his body was like in fine condition still. I mean, it's not like he got his body chopped off. He only got his head chopped off. So, like, why didn't they just pop on a new head on his head? That way, Boba Fett's, like, Jango Fett's little baby, his son, that way, Boba Fett wouldn't have to grow up to be an orphan. Or maybe Jango Fett just wanted to die. We may never honestly know the full truth behind this Star Wars mystery. One of the most interesting and fascinating characters in all of Star Wars would have to be Greedo from the original Star Wars. He was in one scene. Anyways, in Episode 1, The Phantom Menace, is it possible we see a baby Greedo? When Anakin is going to do his, like, race or whatever for for that bug, you can see Anakin hanging out with, like, some other babies, and one of them looks just like Greedo. I assume it's supposed to be a baby because he's hanging out with Anakin, who is also a baby, and so that makes sense. Anyways, Greedo was still alive when Han Solo killed him, and that was like 40 years later or whatever. And that would make sense because he was a baby in Episode 1 and he grew up to be Greedo in Star Wars when Han Solo kills him. So it makes sense from that point of view. Does anybody even know how these things age? And does anybody even know if this kid had a name in Star Wars Episode 1, The Phantom Menace? The answer is no. No one knows the answers to any of these questions. I think most people would agree that the major, like, breakout character from The Force Awakens was, like, you know, it wasn't like BB-8 or like Kylo Ren or anything like that. It was actually Maz Kanata. She's like that little scary alien thing. Most people probably assume she's going to be like the new Yoda for these movies because she's like short and wise like Yoda, I guess. Anyways, what if I told you that Maz Kanata has appeared in more than just Episode 7, The Force Awakens? And I'm not talking about, like, you know, in a cartoon or whatever. I mean, she was, like, literally in a previous Star Wars movie and no one even noticed. No one except for me, that is. Now, you may have seen this asshole's video where he theorizes that Maz is, like, actually a Jawa that just, like, ditched its disguise and was, like, secretly observing the events of all 6 prior films. 'Cause you can, like, see Jawas in the other movies, and, you know, I guess Maz and the Jawas are around the same height or whatever. I don't have a, like, tape measure, but that's not the point. The point is that this guy only has a theory, whereas I have cold, hard, fucking facts in the form of visual evidence. Bam. Right there. In Episode 1, The Phantom Menace, when Anakin irresponsibly, like, invites all these, like, fucking weirdos back to his Maz house with him, you could straight up just see like a wooden like statue or whatever that it strongly resembles Maz Kanata. Now, is it really her though? I have the answer. The answer is that no one in the entire world knows. Thanks for watching. Hello, it's been a while. Anyways, I was on the internet, doing stuff, and I saw an internet post on a message forum where this guy says that Jar Binks is coming back to Star Wars in a new book. I don't really read these books, really. I mean, I've tried. I read like half of one called The Lords of the Sith, and it was okay. It was about Darth Vader and Palpatine. They go on this mission together, and they just kill a bunch of aliens, and I got bored of it. And then I read I listened to one on YouTube called Ahsoka. It's more recent. It was about that girl Ahsoka from the cartoon TV show, and that book was even boringer. That one was like, it was for babies. Like nothing happens. She just works on equipment all day, and she goes to the bar, and it was so boring. I stopped listening to it. Anyways, now there's a new book with Jar Binks is going to be in it. Jar Binks he's got to be my favorite Star Wars character of all time. Maybe right behind those little Roger guys. God, I love them. Anyways, Jar Binks is coming back, which is big news because everybody, everyone's really eager to learn the conclusion of his tale. He's probably going to get fucking killed in this book. So, keep an eye out for the book. I don't know what it's called or when it's coming out or even if it exists. But, look forward to reading this book at your local iPad or whatever. Okay, thanks for watching. Stay tuned for more Star Wars news, rumors, and other things. Hey everyone. Happy Star Wars Celebration 2017. I didn't go. Anyways, I bet a lot of you are wondering what they're going to do about Carrie Fisher, aka Princess Leia, her role in upcoming Star Wars movies. Although her scenes were filmed and completed for Star Wars Episode 8, The Last Jedi, we can't film with her for Episode 9 because she unfortunately has passed away. A lot of people are scrambling to find ways to explain away her character for the end of Episode 8. Like, maybe they'll, add, a new scene where, I don't know, her ship flies away, and, Snoke is like, oh, Kylo, this is your biggest test of all. Fire the laser and blow up the ship with your mommy on it. And then he'll do that, and he'll be, crying, and that's the end. Credits roll, directed by George Lucas, etc. I don't think they'll do that. I think the much more obvious solution is that they will concoct a scene where Leia is, tricked by Snoke into meeting in a one-on-one confrontation where they can talk things over and settle it, and the, Poe or some rebel is going to be like, oh, it's a trap, obviously. Akbar will say it's a trap. And, you can't go to meet with him. It's because he'll kill you or something. But Leia will be like, look, this is the only way or some shit like that. Anyways, she'll meet him one-on-one, and that's when he will launch the newest First Order weapon, a de-aging ray gun that he will zap her with, and she will be transformed back into a child. And that's how she will be a child from now, and it will be played for comedy relief. And that's how we will explain away how we will have Leia without Carrie Fisher. A lot of people thought, they would get, some really famous, actress to, recast Leia as, get Meryl Streep or something. Firstly, she's not going to want to do that. But secondly, like, the fans are just gonna, like, not like that. Everybody went fucking apeshit when they tried to do CG Tarkin and shit in Rogue One, that fucking bad, shitty-ass movie. So, like, obviously they're not gonna want to try to recast or do anything like that. The only choice is to use a de-aging zap ray gun to turn her into a kid again. Much like the character Pura from the great game Zelda that everyone hates. Okay, so that's my theory about how they're going to handle Leia in future Star Wars movies. Remember to like and subscribe for more Star Wars theories, and follow us on Twitter and Facebook, and stay tuned for our next video. May the Force be with you.